Fred is truly the voice of our generation.
Okay. We're back. Should I start this like intercut? You know, welcome to the Nefarious Things podcast. I am your co-host, Ashley Markham, and joining me is...
Wait, hold on. Oh,
you just messed me up.
We would have to do... Wait, I know, but we would have to do something like this where, like, you would go... your voice would be, like, really quiet, and my voice would be cranked, you know?
Right, just for realism.
I'm just kidding. Okay,
Right.
we're back. We're back.
Okay, anyways, I was going to say, he just took 2 beta blockers. If you guys watched the Golden Globes last night, you get that joke.
Right. Which is what we will be talking about, Golden Globes.
I'm workshopping a bit.
Beta blockers. What even are beta blockers?
They like
block. Like Xanax?
They like block you from having any sort of anxiety so that you can like get through.
They're all on those Ozempic and Adderall. It's like Adam Devine's Go-Go Juice and Night Juice. But like they take it to like another level.
Night Juice? Scary.
You know? Well, you have to do something to lower it down.
Lower it down after drinking like 9,000 milligrams of caffeine a day. Right.
I wish.
Us on Thursday.
Yeah, I know. I wish. I need it.
Anyways,
I really do.
I need
the caffeine.
We're back.
And house is getting cleaned on Thursday as well. Thursday is payday, if you guys don't know. But yeah, so then it's going to be cleaning supplies and caffeine. And I'm drinking 2 that day.
I'm drinking 2 that day.
You drink 2 every day.
I need 2. We're back. Happy holidays.
Ryan Gosling is still staring at us.
Ryan Gosling is still staring at us, which is... I'm just pissed.
Right. Wait, 1 sec. You can keep talking if you want.
Oh, okay. Dead air. Anyways.
No dead air. I'm just turning up the microphone.
I'm tired. Oh my gosh.
Don't yawn on
I'm
air.
sorry. First yawn of the pod. I worked all day. I came home.
Yawning.
Cooked dinner. Now we're podcasting.
We're trying to put effort in this year.
No yawning.
I'm just kidding.
1 yawn per pod.
We're already 8 days in, and we just barely are doing a pod now.
Yeah, you know, with Halloween, Christmas got carried away with literally every holiday. I know the cats are in here. There's 2 cats in here.
Oh,
it's gonna be chaotic. But yeah, everything just got kind of chaotic around the holidays and Halloween, and
it was the holdovers in here with a bunch of cats.
No, okay. Speaking of the holdovers, Paul Giamatti at In-N-Out after the Golden Globes. What a king!
Honestly,
but yeah. So we're
just our kind of people.
He's our people.
I was just telling you that the other day. I was like, you know what? Even if we got rich, I would still just be eating. Well, I mean, I think In-N-Out like is expensive, but even though like it's like if we were like rich, like movie star Paul Giamatti rich,
we're still going to In-N-Out or Five Guys. Sorry. Yeah.
We're on the East Coast, but yeah, Five Guys are like, you know, just getting whatever. We're eating the good stuff.
We're still going to all you can eat sushi. You know, stay won't
snacks.
We should go to all you can eat sushi. For those of you who are just listening, we're making eyes. Yeah, so we're just gonna actually, before we begin, we held a film festival in mid-December.
We were supposed to make a video, but we never did.
Like I said,
should we just talk about it now?
Chaotic.
And I can clip it or something.
Yeah. So we watched 24 films in 4 days.
Wait, do you want to do? Yeah, we watched 24 films, but do you want to do like a little rating of what we thought like the best ones were?
Oh, sure. Because I believe I had quite a few 4 stars, quite a few 4.5 stars, and 1 5-star, I think.
Right.
No, never mind. No, my 5-star was Killers of the Flower Moon.
But that wasn't for the film fest.
No, that was not for the film fest, but I had 2 5-star watches in December, and one was Killers of the Flower Moon, and one was It Follows.
Right.
Okay, so like I said, we watched quite a few films. On the first day, we watched 7 movies. Willow Creek, which is a Bigfoot found footage film. Tragedy Girls, which is a true crime. That one's for the TikTok true crime girlies. We watched Tetsuo the Iron Man, which wild. We watched The Unbinding, which is a very Kindred Spirits, Ghost Adventures type documentary.
Right.
And then we followed that up with Minor Premise, a sci-fi film from 2020, which is streaming on Shudder. And Welcome to the Dollhouse, which has become a movie that has generated so many jokes between us. And then we finished the night off that night with 976 Evil. And that was a first time watch for us, and we loved it.
Right.
What was your favorite from that day?
That's the first day?
That was the first day.
That was the first day.
Mine had to be Welcome to the Dollhouse.
I don't know. I mean, well, I think, do you have a favorite from each day, or do you have like a
I think favorite? I have a favorite from each day, but like I think I would know my overall favorites.
Right. Well, Willow Creek was my least favorite of the entire.
You liked Willow Creek less than Minor Premise?
Yeah.
All right.
Because it gave nothing.
Well, I think, and like what I said in my review,
Minor Premise was like trying to be original,
right? But I think the problem with us and Willow Creek is that we decided to watch it at noon in broad daylight, and it really was not the right atmosphere for that film.
It would have been bad.
Okay, speaking of bad film, we started the second day off with a film called Holy Smoke from 1999, starring...
We thought that was going to be good.
So I had heard about this film because, well, I actually own it on VHS, and I don't know why it was so shocking for me to realize that we own it. But it was a film that I had on my radar because I was doing cult horror movie review weeks about cults, and not like cult movies, but like cults on my horror channel, and that was one that's been on my radar because of that. I'm glad that I never dove into that one. No yawning. Yeah, that movie was essentially a romantic comedy between Harvey Keitel and Kate Winslet.
Wait, Harvey Keitel was the guy?
Yeah.
Right.
But also we did get a Kate Winslet piss scene.
Yeah, that's why I gave you a look.
Yeah. Nice.
Right. We're Darren Van Damming it up.
Right.
Connection, you know?
Nice. We also watched Frontiers from 2007. If you guys like your torture porn, if you guys like stuff like that, check it out. I mean, it's no Martyrs, but
right. Well, that guy did not do Martyrs, which is what we thought.
No, but it seems to be like synonymous with Martyrs.
Right. Yeah, but I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was pretty good.
It's good, but it was no Martyrs.
Yeah.
But a movie that I thought was really good and that stuck with me a lot was Angst.
Right.
From 1983. Gaspar Noé's famously favorite movie.
Right.
He watched it 48 times.
I mean, it's like a decent movie for like filmmaking wise, because they did a lot of cool things with it.
Yep. I think that with the cinematography and the story, it really sold the whole thing, and I've thought about it almost every day since.
Right. They did some cool like shots where they like attached like the camera to like the guy, and he was like moving around him on like a gimbal on his body. Yeah,
it really makes you feel like you're an innocent bystander and you can't leave.
Right. I mean, it was almost like you were like in his head, really, at least for those parts.
Yeah, it was.
But it was a cool,
chilling.
Yeah, that's based on a real story.
Right. Yikes. We've been listening to a new pod to us called Rotten Mango, and I feel like that's something she would cover.
Right.
Okay, moving on to one that's become a personal favorite of mine, The Greasy Strangler. One of us loved it. One of us did not.
I didn't hate it. It wasn't the worst. I mean, Willow Creek was worse.
The Greasy Strangler was my kind of humor.
No,
that was right up my alley.
Right.
That was for me. It was just gross and hilarious.
Yeah.
But then we finished that second night off with Manhunter. And then coincidentally, I went to work the Monday, like when I went back to work, and we got Red Dragon in the book.
Right.
Like that's a weird coincidence.
Yeah, true. And with what was the one before Manhunter that we just talked about?
Oh, The Greasy Strangler.
Or The Greasy Strangler. That's Spectre Vision, right?
Yes. Shout out Spectre Vision. But I would have to say my favorites for the second day are a tie between Angst and The Greasy Strangler. They were both 4.5 for me.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, I thought Angst was pretty good. Angst.
Angst. It's German.
Jesus Christ. No, the sound.
Oh, I'm peeking. Okay. I'm peeking.
Right.
The third day of our film fest was actually my favorite day because we got to just stay in bed all day.
Oh, right. That was our bed day.
Yep. We had snacks. We had breakfast, lunch, and dinner in bed. We had,
got Chinese food that day.
We had Chinese food that day. We had such a good day that day. That was such a good day watching movies. We started the day off with Jawbreaker, which now knowing who Darren Stein is makes a lot more sense. I saw that movie at a sleepover when I was like maybe 11 years old for the first time, and
hey. That's on camera, I was doing off camera.
Oh, are you scissoring me?
That's what I was saying you were doing while you were watching.
I was not scissoring, Adam. Wrong sleepover. You guys really gotta watch the pod. Your face. Too much. Anyways. Moving on. Actually, speaking of scissoring, we watched Bound
Right. You're nuts.
I'll see myself out. Like I said in my video, if I would have seen Bound a few years earlier, I feel like my life could have been a little different.
Right. Like you were gonna meet Gina Gershon somewhere.
No, I'm gonna meet a Jennifer Tilly somewhere.
Right.
But that movie had Ralphie from The Sopranos in it.
True.
Weird casting for that guy.
Well, he played a mob guy.
I know, but he gives short guy energy and not what I feel like could have been better in that role.
Well, were they maybe they were trying to go for like the short
Napoleon guy?
Yeah.
Remember that video of the guy at the restaurant that was like aggressive because he was short and he got
the bagel guy?
What?
The bagel guy?
Not the bagel guy. The guy that remember on Cody Ko's video when
got tackled? That was the bagel guy.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the scooped bagels.
Oh, no. The bagel guy.
Why are there so many controversies around bagels?
Right. Well, everyone knows, like, the bagel guy by the bagel guy. That's what they called him.
No, I did not.
The bagel guy. That's because he was yelling in a bagel shop.
It was not Oppenheimer. Sorry. In real life, we were just talking before we started the podcast. I filmed a video the other day, and I thought that I called Oppenheimer Sheldon Cooper.
Right.
It was not Oppenheimer. It was, in fact, Matthew Good in the movie Stoker.
Right.
The guy that played her uncle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
He just gives Sheldon Cooper, like, in the TV show vibes.
Right. Well,
I don't know.
That's what we watched next. Right?
We watched Stoker from Park Chan-wook.
Right.
it was a decent film. Mia Wasikowska, Nicole Kidman.
It wasn't horrible.
Was not horrible. We also followed that up with Digging Up the Marrow, which was Adam Green.
Oh, wait. Right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking for some reason, Marrowbone, but that we
watched that recently. Nobody, not a single person told me how sad Marrowbone was.
Well, we'll get to that. We'll do another pod about our movies.
Oh my god. Anyways, Digging Up the Marrow is like a mockumentary, but it feels pretty believable because you are so immersed in Adam Green's world, and he's like the director. He made the film. He's in the mockumentary. It feels like he's selling it through. It was pretty solid. Really good creature effects, practical effects.
Right.
And then we watched Heavenly Creatures, which I said in my video, I think I'm done with the fantasy genre. And this did me no favors except for showing me where Melanie Linsky and Kate Winslet started from. I feel like that's, and like the true crime aspect of it, but it really wasn't focused on that as much as I thought it was going to be. I don't know. It was a 3.5 for me.
Right. True.
But I just feel like I feel like I had my time with all those Lord of the Rings, everything. I kind of just aged out of it, or like grew out of it, I guess.
What was your favorite from that day? Oh wait, did we watch anything else?
Yeah, we watched Brick. Rian Johnson's Brick.
You hated that.
Did not like it.
That was the last movie we watched.
That was the last film we watched on the third day. But my favorite film on the third day would have to be Jawbreaker. It was so fun.
Not Bound.
No, I feel like in hindsight I should have rated Bound a 4 and I only gave it a 3.5.
Right.
But yeah, nope. Jawbreaker was a 4.5 for me. Loved it. On the last day of our film fest, we watched possibly one of the worst documentaries that we've ever seen, The King on Screen.
Yeah, that. What the hell? What was that? I don't even.
It was.
That's one of the worst things we watched the whole entire film fest. We literally turned it off.
It was, I think, the only movie in December that I gave a 1 star to.
Yeah. It was so bad.
I lied. Moloch.
Right.
But yeah, it was bad.
Really bad.
And then we watched Inside with Willem Dafoe, not to be confused with Inside or Inside.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it was just a Willem Dafoe going crazy in a single location film.
Yeah. It was alright. It wasn't anything super special.
Nope. But something that was super special, I think, personally, was Brawl in Cell Block 99. For the character transformation alone. From how Vince Vaughn's character acted in the beginning, and then throughout everything, he was a completely different character at the end of the film.
I mean, I guess I felt like it. I mean, I liked the gore part of it. But
yeah, but I'm thinking of it in the terms that I've seen Vince Vaughn primarily do comedy my whole life.
Wait, have you seen Hacksaw Ridge?
No.
Because he plays like that's like a war movie or whatever, but he plays like he's in like a more. Well, I guess he has like some funny parts, but it's more like dramatic role. You might like that one.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of war watches.
Right.
War watch.
War.
Do you fuck with the war?
Right.
No, I'm not making light of anything. I make jokes when I'm uncomfortable. No,
right.
Anyways. Sheesh.
Consequently, sheesh was my review for All Quiet on the Western Front.
Oh, right.
I said sheesh.
My review of All Quiet on the Western Front was just a bunch of fucking shocked emojis because of the announcement made at the end of the film, ceasefire, it's 11 o'clock, and they're all like, okay.
Right.
Guns down, we're done. You're a good guy.
Right after they killed the meat.
Right after, they're literally in the middle of slaughtering people, and then the announcement is made, and then it's like, okay.
Yeah.
We're done. Holy fuck. That was crazy to me. We watched In My Skin,
Right.
Which I was looking forward to, but I think the only thing I took away from that was the film was written, directed, and starring Marina Devan, or whatever her name is, and I feel like it was just a performance piece.
Right. Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, it was cool to see like the, I guess, like gory parts.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. We like weird gory stuff.
We sure do.
It's
But a film that we didn't vibe with, that we thought we would, You Won't Be Alone.
Oh, right. Yeah, what the hell was even that movie? Like, what? I thought that was going to be something completely different.
I really thought it was going to be totally different. I don't know. I guess I had different expectations going into it, and I was kind of let down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know. And we usually like Nume or Pache or whatever.
Yeah, and that was our second last film of the film fest.
All jacked up and full of worms.
All jacked up and full of worms was our last film we watched, and I loved it.
Right.
I only gave it a 3-star because, I mean, it is not a good film whatsoever. I will say that. But if you guys like practical effects, if you guys like a good solid indie film, if you want to be grossed out, if you like movies about strange drug trips and like drug movies, if you like,
they would eat worms that were like
hallucinogenic worms. But it's like the practical effects were really good. The creature effects were good.
Who was in that? Dasha? Or no, it was somebody else, right?
No.
Somebody from Scary of the 61st was in it?
Yes.
Dasha.
Gracie.
Right.
Betsy Brown from... Is she not from... she was in the Scary of 61st.
That was her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yikes.
But
did not like Dasha. Red Scare.
Right.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, those are the films we watched for our film fest. So
what was your favorite movie that we watched the whole time?
The whole time? I'm gonna have to be honest with you. I think you know what I'm gonna say.
Jawbreaker?
No. The Greasy Strangler.
Right. You gave that 4.5?
Uh-huh.
Right.
But I also gave Jawbreaker 4.5.
But you like the Greasy Strangler a little more?
Because I had already seen Jawbreaker, because I knew what I was getting into. I had no idea what I was getting into with that movie. I was expecting it to be, I don't know, based on the cover of it or like the poster for it, I was expecting it to be like an offbeat British comedy.
What about Bound with Jennifer Tilly? You know,
I mean,
our girl.
Bound was hot and erotic, let me tell you. I literally sat there and I was like,
right.
oh my god, it was a good film, guys.
What?
The cat.
Yeah, he's right there. What are you doing?
Anyways, what was your favorite film?
Bound.
Was it actually?
Bound. Like Novak.
Bam! I'm done.
Bam. Should I keep it in where you do your coughing fit again?
No. Alex didn't even edit the last podcast. I'm at work and I'm like, did my phone just die? There's so much dead air.
And then it just goes to you coughing.
Yes.
In another
I can
room.
hear myself blowing my nose in the bathroom.
And I'm laughing at you.
Guys, we are a mess. We have to get our bearings straight.
This podcast was supposed to be about the Golden Globes, by the way.
You know? Did you not see what I
did the LABs.
Okay.
He was on a live stream today. I tuned in for a minute.
Did you say hi?
No, he doesn't. He answers questions, but he's I
know one time I got into his live stream a couple years ago and I was like, you look like Kev from Shameless. And he was like,
right.
Oh, I look like Kev from Shameless? That's hilarious. And then he just moved on.
What a guy.
Okay, I'm gonna let the cat out. I'm gonna take a drink. I'm gonna restart the video, and then we're gonna get into the Golden Globes quick.
All right.
Okay. Why can't we watch Where the Fuck is Santa again?
Right.
It's one of my favorite movies.
Well, we did just re-listen to Radio Bam again.
It's the best
Gumball
show.
episode.
Yeah. We just Ryan Dunn. Is that you? No, we already did this bit. Walls, you know. Walls. Speaking of something that should have stayed behind the walls, Joe Coy.
What walls? What do you mean behind the walls?
Of his own home and not have entered the place where he was hosting an award show because it was terrible.
Yeah. As Art from Intercut said, they should have got somebody that, like, you know, a comedian that knows how to do comedy.
Yeah. And not had to have gone, I didn't write this one. For a joke that he said.
Yeah. When he was bombing. Because he bombed. He tanked.
I know. We literally were watching the Golden Globes last night.
Wait, we were expecting him to tank, and we didn't even think he was going to tank that bad.
He exceeded our expectations.
Yeah.
I was preoccupied doing art, but I was listening, and every time I heard something shocking in his opening monologue, I was just like,
and not shocking because it was like good or like I mean, some people like took offense to some of the things he said. I didn't think he was like offensive at all. I thought it was just too cringe.
It was the cringiest delivery. It was so, my skin was crawling.
It felt like I said this like 6 times in my video that I posted about the Golden Globes, and it felt like the curse. It felt like an episode of the curse.
Yeah. Did you guys see Taylor Swift's face when he was making a joke about her?
Right. She did a reverse fool sip.
She did a reverse fool sip.
Yeah. She took Joe Coy's fool sip for him.
Oh my God.
After that joke.
We've explained the fool sip, so go back and listen. Go find it somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, guys. It was some
bad.
of the only, you know what? I usually cry through the whole Oscars ceremony. I don't know. I get really emotional about films and stuff. The only award that I cried for last night was Divine Joy Randall because
what about Lily Gladstone?
I did cry for Lily Gladstone. Stop. I forgot. Oh my God, what an angel. I didn't even cry for like The Bear, and like that was one of my favorite shows. But
we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to The Bear. But let me tell you, Divine Joy Randall getting that like first award was so nice to see because she was so good in The Holdovers, and she was so fun to watch on Only Murders in the Building.
Right. I'm surprised that she got that. I mean, I'm not surprised that she like won because like she was like bad or anything, but I'm surprised that like they gave that award to her and not somebody like, I don't even know who she was up against, but like somebody else, probably somebody from Succession or something.
Wasn't Carey Mulligan?
Yeah, probably. Oh yeah, it was the movie one, right? Yeah. So it was like Carey Mulligan or something.
I don't know. I'm really happy that she took that one home.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, it was a dumpster fire that we couldn't look away from.
And by the way, the dumpster fire started during the red carpet. I don't know if anyone else watched that besides us. And the red carpets are normally dumpster fires, which is why we tuned in.
But the hosts?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I
think he was just drunk, but he was, one guy was.
Yeah, petition for Andy Cohen to just host everything.
Right.
Drunk or sober.
The one guy was bad, and the other girl was bad, but we didn't even see the bad part that she did with Io Edeberry.
Right.
With the freaking
The Bear.
Jeremy Allen White.
Okay, listen, we get it. He's been posing half naked in like Calvin Klein, everything he's been in.
Right.
He's in a new wrestling movie where he's showing his body. You don't need to make other people feel like they need to comment on it. You don't need to.
It was very uncomfortable when they did that 3 different times.
Yeah.
To Io Edeberry about what she specifically thought about Jeremy Allen White's pictures, and they didn't even ask anyone else, only her, which was very weird.
And it's weird because her and Carm in the show don't have like a romantic thing together. So I feel like it's even weirder because there is nothing like that shown between those two. So I don't think it's warranted. Also, like I said to Alex earlier, if I was her and if I was in that position, I would have just turned it around on the interviewer and I would have been like, oh, no, well, since you're so pressed about it, like, what do you think?
Yeah,
you know?
Literally.
I would have tried to have turned that around.
The first time it was like with the girl from Abbott Elementary, and that girl was like, she had to be like, listen, like, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about our movies. Like,
and also, like, are you showing anybody else's body, or are you just exploiting Jeremy Allen White?
Right,
so
and
that
even
you can
he
have,
said something about it.
So that you can have a conversation piece. Like, I don't know. It's just, if it doesn't sit right.
Right. It felt weird finding that out like the next day, like, because I was just kind of like, how, like, they did that 3 times, like, and she was like visibly uncomfortable each time, every time,
and you can tell, like, she is like she seems like the sweetest human being ever. Like, she just was so humble and so nice when she was accepting her award, and I feel like, I don't know, like, don't make her feel even more uncomfortable than you can tell she already is.
Right. True. I'm glad that she won, though.
I
didn't
so
think
happy.
she was going to win that either.
Yeah.
To be honest,
it was nice to see them take awards home.
Right. And
also shocking, Ali Wong and Bill Hader.
Right. What the hell is that? And then all the kissing and the weird PDA.
Timmy and Kylie.
Yeah, I wanted to.
Oh my god, no! Timmy and Kylie are those kids that you would like go to a restaurant and like see like kids like together, like
kids,
like
Harmony Korine kids,
like this,
right?
Like at the table, like 1
Well,
centimeter away from each other's faces.
Did you see the gossip that's going around about that whole situation?
No.
Well, allegedly,
Selena
Gomez went up to Taylor Swift.
So Sloan had a video, but I didn't watch it.
Oh, I didn't watch his video either. I just saw people talking about it, like, on Instagram, or it was TikTok, I think. But it was Selena went up to Taylor Swift. People were trying to like read their lips, and she was like, "Oh, I just went up to Timothée Chalamet to get a selfie with him." And then Kylie told me that I couldn't, and that I had to leave. And then she went over and told Taylor Swift, who was like,
"Okay,
yeah.
but
she made that face."
I know the face.
I think Olivia Rodrigo was there too.
Okay, but aren't Kylie Jenner and Hailey Bieber friends?
Oh, maybe.
Because Selena and Hailey Bieber were feuding, remember?
Oh, right. Maybe that's why there was all the gossip, actually.
We should watch Sloane's video when we go upstairs.
Right. We gotta watch a movie.
Yeah, we do have to watch a movie.
But yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah, I don't even know if that was real. People were like reading lips.
But also, can we talk about Mark Ruffalo and his wife sitting?
That was also weird.
Yeah, sitting like Michael Scott and Holly from The Office, the whole fucking award show for 3 hours, 2 hours.
And it just got like, that whole show just kept getting worse and worse, like every
And it's
second.
like you notice something in the crowd or like with something going on, you're like, what the fuck is happening here?
I mean, literally,
who's
like,
letting these people out?
Remember at the end of, like, I don't think I've seen anyone mention this, but towards the end when Mark Hamill was out there and then he's just trying to talk and all you hear is just crashing plates and fucking glasses in the background.
Something broke. Oh my god, and nobody's talking about Ray Romano?
Oh yeah, Ray Romano?
Was that scripted?
What the fuck? Yeah.
I'm beside myself. I'm beside myself. Ray Romano was literally like professing his love. Like, huh?
Yeah, it was weird either way. Even if it was scripted, it was weird.
And also, even if it was scripted, it was weird. Kristen Wiig and Will Ferrell bit with the music.
Yeah, and I pointed that out in my video actually because, well, I thought their thing was like the funniest part. Well, not the funniest part of the show, but the funniest
bit
part. Well, here's the thing. They did the same bit at least three times. And not just with Will Ferrell. I mean, the bit where like the music comes on and then it cuts them off.
Yeah.
They did it 3 times.
With what's her face?
Yeah.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Right. Michelle Yeoh?
Michelle Yeoh. Yeah, they did it with her when she was like, I'm not gonna you better not cut whoever off during their speech, but they did it at her with her first.
Right. There was I think there was two other people where they just like did the joke where it was like, oh, they were getting cut off by music, and it's like, we get it. And then Will Ferrell and Kristen Wiig just did the joke, but like kept going and going.
I mean, like, it was funny because Will Ferrell knows how to like sell a joke better than anyone. Joe Coy, take notes.
I mean, literally take notes from fucking Jim Gaffigan, who was like,
Jim Gaffigan,
I don't know why I'm up here. I'm not a pedophile.
Literally the funniest joke of the night. He's so good. You know what? I like Jim Gaffigan. I don't mind him.
All right.
He's funny.
All right. Don't let Red Bar hear you say that. I'm just joking. I don't know if Red Bar likes him or not.
Well, Mike, don't listen.
We're gonna get a Red
Bar in the wild.
Right.
We could be so lucky. Give us $100.
Right. Could we just submit ourselves to his thing?
That's funny.
Don't mind the cat noises.
Yeah.
Our pod is something else. But then it was like, and that wasn't the only audio issue. There was like a whole point where remember when Julia Garner was like doing her like presentation?
Oh my god, they cut her off.
Yeah, well, I don't think she was supposed to read it, but they didn't play the audio at first, and then she just started reading it because like she's like a fucking entertainer, and I was like, okay, I'll just read it then if they're not playing the thing. And then it just cuts her off, and then it was so loud that the whole audience had a jump scare. It literally cuts, and then they're like,
oh my, yeah, it was so awkward. I was like staring at him like,
and every single person, it was just like by the way, I literally said this to you. I was like, every presenter is just gonna keep getting worse and worse. I could just tell.
And it did. It's like when you watch Saturday Night Live and you know that it gets really bad after the first performance, so you just shut it off.
And then they just brought out like George Lopez and Gabriel
they're like,
Iglesias
from whatever George Lopez on George Lopez.
Yeah.
It's George Lopez. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. This man was in our casino here, our literal casino 2 blocks away, was drunk and disorderly, rolling around on the floor, and had to get taken out by security.
Right.
Presenting an award at the Golden Globes.
And yeah, it's just like, how? Like how it just kept getting worse. And then the announcer that was like when they would like cut to a commercial and they would do like the announcer bit.
Oh my god, it was so awkward. Whoever was not Carrie Mulligan, the one that was in Antlers, Carrie Russell.
Oh, Carrie Russell.
He was like, Carrie Russell's getting social, and she's out here taking a selfie. Like, leave her alone.
The jokes that person was making was as cringe, if not more cringe than Joe Coy's jokes somehow.
Yeah, if they could hear what we were hearing, I feel like the celebrities would have complained.
Yeah, I don't know how. They would have been like,
stop drawing attention to me.
I don't know how like any of. I mean, there was a couple of presenters, and some of them were just like normal, like they just read the script and like got off the stage. Some of them were like try to like joke and like have fun, and then there was just like Kevin Costner, like, and we just were like, okay, what the hell is this? Is this a bit? I can't tell.
Yeah, he didn't even know where he was.
Yeah, is he like sick or I don't know?
Should we be taking this more seriously? Also. Fucking
you're like, can you give us anything?
Yeah, he's giving Emily Blunt and Oppenheimer
the
shade. Oh god, is anyone gonna talk about fucking Succession guy up there with his cane because he just got into a DUI for literally doing the same thing his character did in Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Yeah, what's that about? Why was he even there? Like,
that was art, reality imitating art.
And then just like the Epstein people, Oprah,
do better. Oprah got her start, like she got her start on The Color Purple, like the original film, and like before all that, like it's known that she was exploited and like sexually abused by her neighbors, her family, and then she just went to Epstein's Island. Is nobody gonna talk about that?
Yeah, I don't understand it.
That's sickening to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't. What is going on over there?
She's in a box playing with the Christmas decorations. So I feel like
it's the little things.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be time to cut this soon.
Well, we have to talk about more things.
Like what?
Well, what did you think about the awards?
I thought it could have been about 25 minutes shorter.
No, I meant like the actual awards given out, not just like, well, what'd you think about the ceremony? We're just.
I think that they need to condense the categories in different ways and not lump the drama, comedy, musical things together.
Well, drama is separate, but I know what you mean. Yeah, I don't like that they did that.
Or yeah, whatever. However it is, I feel like comedy is separate, musicals are separate. I feel like not all musicals are comedies, and not all comedies are musicals.
And well, I guess we'll talk about it when we actually get to our like movie pod where we talk about our movies. But we did not like Oppenheimer.
We did not.
I don't know about you, but like May December was not one of my favorite
Gracie.
movies. Yeah.
Can we back to the Golden Globes for a second? It really pissed me off that Cillian Murphy did not thank Florence Pugh.
Yeah, thanked like everyone else. Was it him or was it Nolan himself?
No, I'm pretty sure Nolan thanked her because his speech came first.
Right.
And he went up there and he thanked Emily Blunt. But let me tell you, Florence was down there getting down and dirty in the film.
I mean, literally.
Hot little communist, you know?
Jesus.
I gotta go.
Yeah, no.
It's been a long day, guys.
I mean, literally, like, he didn't even say anything, but that is the nature of the movie, I guess, right? It's pretty.
He was out there using his mid-skinny looking ass, having all these affairs.
Right.
And you're I can't even talk to you guys about this film without getting pissed the fuck off.
Yeah, I hated it. And I like Nolan, or liked.
This guy saw Interstellar in theaters 5 times. Did you guys know that? Because I didn't until today.
I mean, I went to see The Dark Knight when it came out in IMAX.
The only film that I've ever seen in IMAX was Resident Evil Retribution, and I saw it in IMAX twice because I liked it so much.
No, that's crazy.
But a film that I did see more than 5 times in theaters, Grown Ups 2. I saw that movie in theaters every Tuesday in like the year it came out until it left the theaters because I liked it so much. And because films were like $4.75 on a Tuesday back then.
I mean, Grown Ups 1 was better.
No, Grown Ups 2, I just simply refuse to believe it takes place over the course of one day.
Right.
I cannot suspend my disbelief that much. Too much happens. Too many outfit changes.
Well, I guess we can wrap it up. Charles Melton sucks. Just kidding.
But Charles Band.
Right. Yeah, where was Charles Band?
Charles Band did not. Bad CGI Gator did not even get nominated for effects. The silence is deafening here. Anyways,
Dead
Ringers got nominated but did not win. Rachel Weisz, Dead Ringers. You guys, take me out of this room before I start getting into Helen.
What do you mean getting into Helen? Are you talking about the...
How I'd like to with Helen Mirren. No.
Oh yeah. By the way, Helen Mirren is just her crush for like an 80-year-old woman.
Okay, you guys don't understand though. Have you seen The Cook, the Thief, His Wife, and Her Lover? She's fully.
You know how like people are like, oh, like I don't have to like worry about my significant other because they're like out here doing this. Like, what the hell? Every
time he's like, oh, what are you doing? I'm just turning my phone and it's some fucking offhand thing I'm looking at, and he's like, oh, okay.
Right.
Tell me your partner won't cheat on you without telling me your partner won't cheat on you.
Helen Mirren.
Helen Mirren.
That's your hall pass?
Rachel Weisz, Helen Mirren. Wasn't there another old baddie that I was
Meryl Streep?
No, Meryl doesn't do it for me.
Unless you did.
I mean, I like Meryl, but I don't think she's a hot Martha. On the other hand, no, she looked really bad the other day.
I'll cut that.
Okay, guys, that's gonna be it for today's pod.
And wait, red carpet looks. Who do you think looked the best and looked the worst? Before we go.
Oh, well, nobody's talking about Gillian Anderson's vagina dress.
Right.
I think she looked really good. I think that Dua Lipa was one of the worst.
Yeah, I agree.
But hang on, Lord DIY actually.
Natasha Lyonne,
one of. I mean, it was a nice color. It looked good with her hair.
Not when you look at it up close.
But when you look at it up close, no.
Who do you think, like Taylor Swift's like the
Taylor
best or
Swift
something?
looked so good in that green. Oh my god, you guys. Let's see.
We have to.
Okay.
It's obviously Florence Pugh.
Florence looked really good. I will be honest with you. I want Barry Keoghan's pants for myself.
No, I told you that looks horrible. He looked horrible.
I'm not trying to wear the outfit. I just want the pants.
He looked so bad. Listen, I'm not a fashion connoisseur, but we watch so much Hot Lamode that I'm like, I'm on to the trends.
Elizabeth Banks, her corset dress was really nice.
Right.
Okay, Kristen Wiig's dress, one of the worst. Her like two-piece. I thought Brie Larson's dress was really nice, the Prada.
Right. Okay, but remember when Leo was on the screen and I said he's just gonna like say like just be like, yeah, I'm squaring whatever.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, we're out here supporting the Osage Nation. I'm also wearing Armani.
Yeah.
We had to rewind it. We're like, what the fuck?
Oh, and I wanted to say something on the pod actually. We can like wrap it up by the way, but just real quick about the Armani thing. Guys, it's 2024. Here's pro tip. Leave the Armani in 2007.
Phineas also wore Armani?
Yeah.
Billy thrifted her outfit, took a ribbon off of a box, put it around her neck. Amazing.
Wait, okay, but Armani.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap this up with a monologue, an epilogue about Armani.
This is a Devil Wears Prada. That's Armani. Get Armani on the phone.
We have to bury Armani in like a grave and then have sex with it, like Barry Keoghan.
Like Barry Keoghan, like very Saltburn.
But you know what Armani reminds me of? A Benny. You remember what a Benny is? A person that goes to the Jersey Shore as a tourist.
Right, tourist.
Because when we're watching Jersey Shore from back in the day, what are they all wearing? Armani.
No, actually, they're all wearing.
I mean, there was a lot of Armani. At least there was like a whole season where they were all wearing only
Ed
Armani.
Hardy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, true.
That's the douchey.
It
was Armani Exchange.
Like AX or like A Armani. There was
it's
Armani
all
shirts,
Armani
Armani
Exchange.
hats, Armani glasses, and why are we wearing that still in 2024?
Do you think the sunglasses that Jack stole on VPR were Armani?
Oh right, yeah, probably.
Also, on a side note, I think Pedro Pascal looked chic, but I hate the little tendrils that were hanging off his shirt because they're like a 3D situation. And I also think that, hear me out, Lenny Kravitz's suit is nice for a woman.
Well, I mean, he usually
that looks like it's nice. It's a nice woman's dress.
Like
also,
a pantsuit.
Red seemed to be the color of the year this year, which I don't know how I'm feeling.
It was like red and green almost that a lot of people were wearing.
Yeah, red, green. It's very Christmas colors.
And then just like black, a lot of black. But I don't know. I think we need to leave Armani. You don't look good saying that you're wearing Armani. Armani is literally like a 2006 brand, guys.
Yeah, when I think of Armani, I think of Michael Scott doing the Devil Wears Prada parody going, get Armani on the phone.
Right.
You know?
And I think of Michael Sorrentino from the Jersey Shore. and Vinny Gonamino, the Keto Guido from the Jersey Shore, and Polly Del Vecchio from the Jersey Shore.
Who did I say looked like Polly Walnuts the other day? Wasn't it someone on the awards?
Yeah, I think it was like a girl. I think you were like, she literally looks like Polly Walnuts.
And on that note, I think we're going to wrap it up. So that has been the Intercut Podcast.
Right. This is important
This is important.
Should we do Popo Zao?
Popo Zao. Wait, did you know that Popo Zao had an accent on it? It's got like an accent aigu on it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought it sounded like a fun word.
Right.
I didn't know there was like a correct spelling. Anyways, Popo Zao.
Leave your Armani in 2006.
Get Armani on the phone.